Hey guys, I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I always look up and now I situated it down, so I'm going to be looking down at the camera. This particular video is October 25th, the last week of October. Next week is Halloween, and for the first time I think in years, I'm going to be home for Halloween. I live on a main street. I may have told you guys this before, but I live on a main street, and there's always so many kids that come to the front door looking for candy, and I don't blame them. It's an easy walk down the street with lots of homes. And the first year I did it, was constantly getting up, giving out candy, and it was, honestly, it got kind of expensive, and it was just, that night was just, couldn't do anything that night, because I just constantly getting up to answer the door. And for years, I just decided I wouldn't be home for Halloween, at least until at least an hour or two after, sunset. And I'd go to the movies, or I'd go out and watch a game on TV at one of the local sports places. But this year, my husband is really gung-ho about giving out candy on Halloween and wants to see everybody, and he's really excited to do it. So we got some candy, and we're ready for next Tuesday. I think all the dogs will have to get put up during that time, just because they're going to get driven crazy by people coming to the door and whatnot. So, but looking forward to it. I definitely, I'm not a huge Halloween fan, but it is a lot of fun to see little kids dressed up the way they are. So, what else has been going on this week? The fish, a lot of you guys seem to like the fish. I got just one quick update. The big King Kong parrotfish definitely killed the snails that were put into its tank to try to help clean it. I'm pretty confident they buried one snail alive, and I haven't seen him, so I'm guessing he then died. He's probably somewhere under the gravel somewhere. And then the other one was absolutely killed, because I saw him moving around for quite a while, and then one day found him over in the corner of the tank upside down, and he has since been moved from that corner of the tank. He got moved down around the tank. He's been rolled around all the way into through their little tunnel they have. I'll show you guys a video sometime, or I think I'm gonna start making some more videos of my fish and stuff, and I can link you to them. But I'm pretty sure it's the gigantic King Kong parrot that's doing it. What did I do yesterday? I did something where I had to put something. I think I was cleaning. Yeah, I was cleaning the tanks, and so I had put this tube to kind of suck up all the debris and stuff from the bottom of the tank. And while I had it in there and I was sucking it up, the big King Kong parrot came over and was just boom, boom, boom. And man, they're aggressive. Who would have thought that, these really pretty fish could be this aggressive? But anyway, no big deal. But we went to the theater again last weekend, and this show was amazing. It was called, wow, I can't remember what it was called. Holy cow. I'll have to put it, I don't know if I can put it down below or something like that, but I want to say, Something Rotten? Something Rotten. I think that's what it was called. And so it was a musical, and it was absolutely fantastic. The rough story is it's set in England during the time when Shakespeare was alive and was kind of considered a rock star. He was popular, and he was the only one who wrote good plays, and everybody else was just terrible. And the story is from the perspective of one of those playwrights who, wants so badly to come up with the next big hit. So he ends up kind of, he's desperate because he needs to feed his family. And so he takes all the money he has and goes and finds a soothsayer, or a fortune teller in a sense. And it's, and basically he gets led down the path of saying, hey, the next big thing in plays is musicals. And so they then kind of go through, they make a lot of fun of a lot of different musicals, and it's done in a very lighthearted, positive way. But it was just, the songs were great, the acting, the singing, it was very funny, and we had a great time. And so that's a big reason why we go to the theaters, just because sometimes you can have such a fantastic experience. So But anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. Oh, you know what I wanted to do is, because we've got the cross stitch patterns up here, which I haven't done a video down here in a while, but I wanted to do my weekly update. But I want to turn off the light for a second so you guys can see this cross stitch without the lights in it. So now you see that the aliens are gone and there are now no lights. That's what it really looks like. So it's pretty cool. I like it. But I'm going to turn the light back on because I think it's better for the video. For me. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong spot. So I had a bit of a stitching lull the week before last. My last video, I hadn't gotten a lot of stitching done, and I was kind of feeling a little bad about that, just for myself personally, because there's so much that I have to do. But this week I definitely jumped back on the bandwagon and got a ton of stuff done. And I'm going to show you all those projects. And I'm getting to a point where we're going to have some finishes before the end of the year. We're absolutely going to have some finishes. You're going to see my little tag-alongs here. But this is Prayer for St. Francis for my mom. And this is what it looks like right now. And I kind of went back and I'm working on some of the little motifs in the middle. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Zoom in a little bit more. So I really don't have too much more to go on this. So it's just a matter of getting myself, sitting down and putting in time on it. But, I really would like to have another big chunk done. Gosh, what did I work on this week? I know I clearly worked on this. I got that done, got that a little done. I pretty much just worked on like this part right here. And so I was pretty happy with that. I did not get as much done on this, though, as I got done on God Save the Queen. And the more I work on this piece, the more I love it. The more I love it. And I'm going to have to go back and look at the designer and look at some other things that they've done and see if there's something else that maybe I can do, because I really, really enjoy stitching this. It's just so much fun. But I have gotten to this far. So let me zoom in for you guys. Oops. Make it so you can see that. So I finished the bee. So that the yellow part at the bottom of the bee, that is completely done. I finished her legs on both sides, and I have just about finished the green and the yellow all the way down here. This is pretty close to the bottom. The next section that I can do right through here is God Save the is right here. So that'll be like the next thing that gets done, and then Queen down here. So there's a few motifs down here to put in, but it is, I think the next time we see this, the bottom will be identified as to how, and then you'll really be able to tell how close I am to getting done. So, but I just enjoyed working on it so much. It is so much fun. I think I almost dedicated a full night to that one this past week. So I did my stitch along on the Saturday Evening Post football player Pilgrim Thanksgiving cover, and I didn't get that much more done on it after I showed you guys on Sunday, like where I was. I worked on it some again last night, and I was just distracted. I had some other things I had to get done, and so I didn't progress as much as I wanted to, but here it is. And so it goes all the way across here, but I worked a little bit more on the face. Worked a little bit more on the face, getting more of these beige tone colors in there, so it still looks like, looks like he's like Phantom of the Opera or something like that. It's really weird, but I got a little bit more done on here. I finally found page 1. This is page 1, where I kind of got super impatient and jumped when I only had a little bit more to do. I jumped right into the next page, and I need to fill all this in. So that's something that I want to work on too this week, and really, there you go again, really get going on that. So, but that's, that's coming along. Where am I? Show you Wayne Waterloo Place? Wayne Waterloo Place. Easy for Elmer Fudd to say it. All right, where am I at? Okay. Pretty sure I got a chunk done on this one too. Whoa, sorry guys. So it's coming along very nicely. Very pleased with it. Again, it's still a bunch of fun to do. Pretty much I did a lot of work up here, filled in more down here. I think I got some of that done. So that's coming along very nicely, and I'm getting, probably about 2/3 of the way through that that particular page. So it's coming along. It's funny because we're right in the thick of, there's so many projects that I'm kind of right in the thick of, so that when I'm working on them, you don't see week to week maybe the progress, but if we looked at like a month ago or 2 months ago, the progress would be pretty obvious, pretty, I don't want to say spectacular, but pretty noticeable, I think. Let's look at Ronnie Rowe. We're going to look at Ronnie Rowe, Market Square Tavern. Whoop, there we go. So I got more done on it. I really worked on this a fair bit this week, especially down in this particular area. I was planning on, going down row by row by row, but this area, this top area right here, as you can see, it's definitely the tavern, and it's extremely dense. So it's almost easier just to kind of get, a chunk done and then start working down again. But, so I went over a couple rows, got a bunch of stuff in there, and now I think I'm just going to focus on getting this in and then filling in the part here that's missing. But, I mean, this thing is just beautiful. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I love it. And then, La Piece de Resistance, Old World Map 2. Did get some work done on it this week. Very happy about it. Let me show you what I got. Alright, here we go. Whoop. There we go. Right there. So I got this done this week, and you can really, now you can see sort of the lettering that's coming in over here. But now, I'm actually quite proud of myself, because I think I told you guys that one of my biggest problems with this piece is that I'll tend to jump ahead in the stitching, and I'll fill in not just these grids, but I'll go down and do the next grids, especially if I've got like the same color. And I do, like right where this this grid is. Obviously it's just a continuation, but I really tried hard not to go too much further. And I've only got a little bit here and here, just to, like maybe 10 stitches at most to do. And I think this is actually gonna go a lot faster. The end of the page will be finished a lot faster than usual, because I've always, in all these other pages, I've gotten down, I've got 50 stitches up here to fill in, and I'm like, I don't know what colors those are. It's really hard for me to tell, just because there's so many color changes on these pages. I'm probably using, at least 40 or 50 colors on any one particular page, so it's really easy to get off. But by doing it row by row, it's definitely coming along nicely. So we'll show you right there. Now, I also want to tell you guys that Golden Kite, the place where I got this from, is actually having a sale right now, and this particular pattern is like 50% off. Not that anybody wants to get this pattern. I'm the only truly ridiculous person, I think, that I know. Maybe, we'll see. I know a lot of you guys are a bit ridiculous, but I'm super ridiculous about this. But they're having a sale, so I think that I will put a link down below, and you guys can go and check that out if you'd like to. It is a absolutely beautiful pattern, and I think they might have different sizes of this pattern. They may have a more miniaturized version. I don't know for sure. I haven't looked. I try not to look. I don't need any more patterns, despite the fact that you've seen me with new patterns lately. But yeah, that's just kind of how it's been. But so I think the goal this week for me is, trying to push to a bigger close on the little pieces, the God Save the Queen and Prayer of St. Francis, and get those further along, and but make a big push on the others. And I need to add something back in the rotation, I think. So I have Apothecary Shop that could come back, and even the Stormtrooper piece that I haven't talked about in weeks. The Stormtrooper piece could come back as well. I just need to delve through some things and find some more, make sure that I have all my colors, because I steal colors from one box to another all the time, like we know. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of a quick update, but I'm on my lunch break, and I wanted to go ahead and do the video now just because I had the time, and we are busy a little bit later tonight, and then tomorrow morning I just wanted to be able to stitch. So, and it might snow tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. It's already snowed once this year, so it would be very nice if it snowed again, but we will have to see. What do you think we should do for our stitch along this week? That is a good question that I just asked myself redundantly. Gosh, I don't know. What do you think? Rennie Waterloo Place or something new? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see what I'm ready to stitch on that day and what I can stitch, and I'll probably film it. Probably film it on Saturday. Sunday I think might be football Sunday this week, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I don't think I do. I think everything's pretty much squared away. So you guys have a great rest of your stitchy week and month. Have fun with your projects. If you have any questions, just ask me down below. I love that you guys comment and say hi and ask questions, and all that's great because that helps me learn. I had somebody ask me this past week from Brazil, hello, and they were wanting to have me put on the closed captioning, which I hadn't even thought about, to be perfectly honest with you, and some people really need that, and I went ahead and I put it on some of my videos. I haven't put it on all my videos yet, but the last 10 or so I put them on, but I hope to go back and do that. So in case if I'm mumbling and you don't understand me, the closed captioning can be there for if you need it. Outside of that, I think I'm done. I feel like a nap almost, but I don't have time for that. No big deal. So you guys have a great one. I'll talk to you soon, and I'll see you this weekend. Take care.